Yo, yo, yo. The boat is indeed still afloat. We got the NBA playoffs going. We're coming at you on Tuesday night, 421, day after 420. These takes, especially for Marcus, might make you think that we were
420 is
celebrating or
extended.
partaking in 420, but we were not. But again, it's your host coming at you from Austin, Texas, Michael Smith, aka Smitty. What it do?
Don't act up. Hey yo, it's Marcus Jace coming from Dallas. Ain't none of that stuff legal out here, so I am sober as a rover.
Hey man, it's deferred, man. The Midwest and Indy, man. Naptown. It definitely illegal in Naptown, but it is legal in Chicago and Detroit and neighboring places around me.
Mhm.
No, yeah, man. Hey, I'm pretty sure. Well, we probably shouldn't celebrate 420. We're supposed to be men of God, but so sometimes you just want to know. Curiosity.
It depends what interpretation of the Bible you got. So
Some people might have ripped those pages out.
Yeah, right.
And used them. Man, I knew a kid in high school. He
oh
ripped
no.
he ripped some pages out of the Bible to roll a joint with, and I don't know. I
Oh,
didn't
he
know
ain't
enough at the
making it.
time.
He ain't
I,
making it.
Hey,
I don't
hey,
even know. I don't even know how the pages of the Bible would burn well enough to like stay intact long enough to roll a
You
joint. But
can't get in
hey,
the gates doing that, bro.
hey. I mean, is he not making it, or is he seeing on a different plane? I'm just
Lord,
saying, like you. I'm just
or
saying,
or or he was inhaling the word of God.
Lord.
just saying. He may be digesting the word of God a bit differently than the rest of us.
He might get on that 62 game exception rule, get a little plea deal.
Gotta let him find an exception.
Hey, he was this was in high school, so hey, he could have turned his life around for all I know. So
God bless him.
I ain't gonna shout his name out in case the pod blows up. I don't want to put that man on Front Street.
Right,
But
and hey man,
if you end up listening to this podcast one day, you know exactly who you are, my dude.
hey, stall him out, man, stall him out. No, with these playoffs, man, I've been rocking with him. One playoff series that I am actually one of my top playoff series. I'm gonna say is Atlanta versus the Knicks, just because I think out of all those playoff series, that series can definitely go either way. I feel like for most of we looking at all the other playoffs, we probably go like, I kind of got an idea who probably gonna win. It just a matter how many games they're gonna win. But my call me crazy kicking us off is I think Atlanta can steal the series from the Knicks.
Shoot. Call me crazy if the Knicks lose, trade them all. They are not welcome back in New York, bro. Yo, Brunson
They
is
need the picks, so
Brunson's the king of New York right now. But if they lose, it's intolerable. Like it's intolerant. Like you can't be in them streets. I don't know if y'all watch it's called Sundays with Caleb or something like that. It's like a satire podcast. And they prank called a restaurant. It was like a five-star restaurant in
Right.
NY. And they said, "Oh, it's Jalen Brunson." They're like, "Oh, we don't have any spots for 6 o'clock." He said, "I'm the king of New York," and they made a spot for him. They made a spot. They said, "Yeah, we got a 6 o'clock reservation." It was a prank call. It was actually him calling. Bro, he won't be allowed in one-star restaurants if they lose. All of that, they will be
Well,
quick to forget. You got to get out.
I mean,
yeah.
but I mean, if he hoops out, I think he'll be all right.
Okay, then
Now,
Mikael Bridges got to go then.
Mikael Bridges
yeah,
definitely
He
he's on the first thing smoking out.
he missed that game winner last game, and it was so heartbreaking. All you could think is five first-round picks.
yeah, it was because here's the thing. I watched that game, and I'm like, yo, CJ CJ pretty much tricked that game off almost
He
by
did.
giving because he missed two free. And I'm like, yo, I don't think I ever seen CJ McCollum miss two free throws at the end of the game.
I don't think I've
And
ever seen him miss two free throws in a row ever.
No.
ever,
He
no,
he
no,
got him
yeah,
he got him back in it, and then he almost blew it for him.
yeah, he almost blew it for it. And I'm just like, and then McHale, I'm like, bruh, like that was it. That was
It
you.
and it wasn't even close.
Wasn't even close.
To be fair, that wasn't a very high percentage shot. He should have worked to get him. I know
What
it's
you
end of the
mean? It was a
game.
mid-range.
It's a mid
I
range with a
mean,
hand in your face in the corner. Like he
it
could
was
have.
it was his bread and butter, man. Like
It's a makeable shot, but it's not. Hey, if I could draw up the ideal shot, and again, I know it wasn't out of a timeout, it's on a fast break, but like
Yeah,
It
but
wasn't ideal because he shot it. That's why.
exactly. Ultimately, it's because he shot it. At the end of the day, if it's going to be a mid-range contested shot, I want Brunson taking it.
Facts.
Maybe
yeah,
Cat, but honestly, I'd rather OG and Anobi this year take that shot than
yeah,
than
low key,
over
yeah.
Bridges.
Yeah,
I think
OG been hooping.
if we
Josh
going on
Hart.
yeah, if we're going on a hierarchy of Knicks is JB Brunson, Cat, OG,
Brunson, Cat,
Hart,
OG, Hart. Oh, you got okay, Hart over McKell.
Bridges, I
and
would say,
then
is a better player, but
he's
in
a
Hart
that
better
out there
player.
getting
situation,
12, 13
But
rebounds,
but
I
bro.
yeah,
would say
but
I
in
would
that
say
situation, I would
yeah.
take him to take that shot
Well,
over.
I'm also saying like I can count on Hart. I mean, I just know what Hart's gonna give me day in
That's
day out. I know
facts.
what he's gonna get.
Facts.
I
He
know
gonna
he's gonna
give you
give me. He's
15 rebounds, 4 assists, and he probably not
In
gonna make
in a
his
pause in one pause worthy moment.
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Which I've seen his wife. She is beautiful, and I'm like, bro, what you doing? like what you doing?
He out there Draymond Green and grabbing some nuts.
Like, but no, I think I mean I like what I see out of Atlanta, man. I know Mark has been on the Johnson train in Atlanta, and you can tell they've given the team over to Jalen. They got him some vets in there. Like Atlanta got some right there. I don't think they're gonna win. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? A championship anytime soon, but I think they got some really good pieces to build around and be able to compete. And I don't know, man. I think the Knicks is probably at one point like, man, okay, Trey gone. You know what I'm saying? F Trey Young, he gone. The villain ain't here, and CJ like, nah, bro, we gonna pick up where we left off.
The funny part about Atlanta is we came into the year saying the same thing about Atlanta. They got something going.
Yeah.
And it's
Mhm.
not a completely different version, but it's definitely a reworked version of who this team was at the beginning of the year. I mean,
It
you think
is.
Jalen Johnson is now the number one. They got Kuminga on that team. They got
Hmm.
CJ McCollum on that team. So in a lot of ways, it's a very different team than it was at the beginning of the year. But going into this year, I remember us being like, you know what? Atlanta's got a team that can get some stuff done, and they're
Yeah,
doing it, but with a completely different version of
yeah.
this team.
Because I
Yeah.
mean, you see it because Jonathan Kuminga, he's coming to life on that team. Like
Good.
Jalen
Yeah.
Johnson, I'm still not 100% sold on him being a number one.
Nah, facts.
Yeah,
I'm not
I can use it
100%
too.
sold, but I don't know, man. Who knows? I feel like the leap he took from what last year to this year, if he takes another leap, I'm totally fine being wrong on him. Yeah, I
I
think he
think
has a high ceiling.
I think you're right, and I think CJ's laying the blueprint of what they're going to need in the future because so
Hmm.
CJ's contract ends in the end of this year. If he doesn't resign, plus he's getting old, is I think this is kind of more exposing Jalen Johnson is he's a point forward, but like you said, he's not going to be the number one option. So now you know you got to get a legit scorer, straight hooper, and CJ could fill that role for this series and maybe if they make it to the next series. But next year it's like crystal clear because Dyson Daniels, he ain't shooting.
Yeah,
Onyeka Kongwu is
Risachet is on a milk carton at this point.
right. So if they get lucky with, it will be either the Pelicans or the Bucks draft picks, and it turns into a top three, they straight shoot a top 4 or 5. Get Darius A Cup. You know what you need, a straight bucket.
but honestly, if I'm Atlanta, I mean, of course, I'm not gonna break the bank for CJ, but I'm kind of gonna be trying to get him back. Because I think what's missing with a lot of these teams is you start getting up. But here's what I'm talking about. You need a vet player. You need vets on those teams. Like
That's facts.
we're seeing it with the Hornets. Like you got all these guys growing and learning together. Yeah, that's great, but they don't know how to win. Like they just don't.
Yeah.
And I feel like
That's facts.
you can kind of fast track Jalen a bit to learn from a vet. Like, yo, this is what you need to do. This is how you take your body. This is how you just go, and that can help him take the next leap. Because I mean, like again, is he a number one? I'm not gonna say he is. I'm not gonna say he isn't. I don't know. Can he be a number one? I think he probably got like another year or two to kind of take another leap to where he's like, all right, yeah, I think you can kind of get him. You know what I'm saying? You can get him the keys and let him roll. And then at that point, you just build around him and let him. You know what I'm saying? Let that team rock.
I want to say you're right about CJ McCollum, but his history as the Player Association president
Don't do that to that
will
man,
does
bro.
not want me to let anything good on
That's
the
been
court happened to this man.
that's the best
Hey,
president
Signed the worst CBA
NBA has
of all
had.
time, and he was sent to equivalently, like
wow.
equivalent, the NBA equivalent of Iran in going to Washington. We thought his career was dead, and they pulled this man and put him in the equivalent of Rio de Janeiro and said, "Go swim on the beach and revive this man's career." So,
Don't do this.
but
Li-
but but uh,
Like,
but on a but on a serious note, I don't think it's all the way crazy to say that the Hawks can steal this series. I do think the Knicks, as Marcus said, are going to have to do some serious gut check and some serious reevaluation if they do lose this series because it's the East was supposed to be built for them to win it this year. We came into this year
Facts.
saying it's the Knicks or bust, and Marcus even had that as one of his call me crazies. I think earlier this year is
yep.
that
Yeah.
it's laid out for him. So it's not a crazy take to say the Hawks can win it, but the Knicks, everybody on that roster, GM included, Jim Dolan included, better hope they at least win this series.
And that's the thing, because you look at their team and it's like, bro, why can't y'all do it? Like, what is it? It's almost like, I feel like they're one of them franchises. Like, pray every other they're one of those franchises. It feels like they're cursed. It's like,
Yep.
bro, like, why can't
Mm.
y'all do it? You have the superstar you want in JB. And even Cat. So you got
Cat.
the superstars you want. Your role players are
Two-way
play
wings.
two-way wings and playing their role to perfection. OG, and then like at one point we were, OG was what? Defensive player, that's what we were saying. And
Mm-hmm.
he's become a phenomenal 3-and-D player.
It's facts.
Phenomenal 3-and-D player. He's outplayed the contract that he's on 10 times right now. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know about, I mean,
40 mil a year. I mean, he making as much as JB. So
okay, yeah, okay, yes. No, he's earning that contract. Like let's say he's earning his
that's
contract.
fair. That's
He's
fair.
earning it. He's earning his contract. I don't know if okay, I'll play maybe aggressive. He's earning his contract. And I feel like even with Mikal, I'm just like you hope Mikal would be that next ancillary scorer. And he not saying he vanishes, but sometimes I don't know, man. Sometimes he said like he put in PTO sometimes too. Like which is weird because I feel like he was a lot more consistent last year. I don't know if he was worth. I still don't think he was worth 5 draft picks. But if you was able to get him, let's just say 2 draft picks, if you were able to get
hmm
him for that,
We wouldn't bet an eye. We'd be good.
you'd be like, all right, bet because he can still give you what 20 to about 20 points a game
hmm
if needed, which that's fine. So I don't know what it is about that team, man, where I'm just like I just never believe it.
Well, we're gonna switch gear and talk about somebody else who is
I'm gonna say
not.
one more thing real
Go
quick. I'm gonna say
ahead.
one more thing real
Go
quick.
ahead. Get it off your chest.
So if you got a three of spades, a four of spades, a two of spades, like what's in your hand? What do we call that?
You ain't
Straight.
We got a handful of low, yeah, but we got a handful of low
low
spades, and that's
spades. Yep.
exactly what the Knicks have. They got some good players, no high spades. Jalen Brunson is a great player, but he is still a middle spade.
Are you
They
saying
need a high
Jalen
spade.
Brunson is the worst of the superstars?
He is the Michael Jordan of low spades.
Nah, the Michael Jordan
Nah,
of low spades is Devin Booker. The worst of the superstars, and I don't even know if he's a superstar anymore. Call me crazy, D Book ain't elite anymore. There's either two options on this. There's either the option of what I'm saying is D Book is not elite, or you just think he's out of position because they're playing him at point guard. I
I
tr-
think he's out of position.
okay, I truly believe he's not elite, and I'm gonna give you my reasons why. This season was tailor made for him to look like he was all NBA player again. This dude is shooting 44% from the field and 33% from the three, which is weird because everybody looks at D Book as a good shooter. He's
He's actually
not.
shooting 45-6 from the field.
Okay, all right. I'm 1% off. He's shooting
That's that's
45%.
that's a that's a big deal.
That was a big
44 to
percentage.
40, 45 and a half, almost 46 is a big deal. But yeah, continue on
Uh,
about 3 point because I do
it,
agree with you there.
his 3 point percent is 33. And you know what? All that could have passed is if in the big moments he started to shine. There's no play-in stats, so I can't pull him up. Those games disappear. But he played like trash against the Denny outplayed him when it was Portland versus the Suns. He played like trash, which was overshadowed by Jalen Green in
Which
the
is funny because you say he played like trash. He scored 22.
yeah,
But then the funny
bad
part is I asked
efficiency.
if y'all would rather have Denny Avdia or Devin Booker, and you said
In the group chat, I
Devin
said not
Booker.
now and probably not in 5 years. I'm questioning it after another bad game against the Warriors. Like he played trash against the Warriors, and then he played against the Thunder. Cool, 23, okay efficiency. Like bro, we let this man get away with this for like 2 or 3 seasons. He got swept by a few seasons ago. Like, are we? I don't know, man. I feel like we're just
I
because he's D Book because of the name, we're just
no,
giving him a pass.
no. So I will say because I'm a fan of D Book. Watching D Book, I feel like he's and all respect, I think he's worse when they have him playing point guard. I think when he has a guy that's running the offense, I think he thrived when he was next to CP. Because
Hmm.
CP just ran the offense. D
Facts.
Book, you go get a bucket. Essentially, right now, he is CP and Jalen Green is him. like, like they just swap. I think D Book is a capable playmaker. I just don't think that is where he thrives. I think he thrives at being your shooting guard. Go
Yep.
get a bucket, go get up shots, go get rhythm. You know what I'm saying? I think can he be a catch and shoot? Yeah. But I think he thrives off rhythm. And right now you got a Jalen Green who is not afraid to jack the shot.
Facts.
Respectfully.
He's
He's
not
not
afraid to aim
afraid.
high. We know that.
He is not afraid to aim out jack the shot. You know what I'm saying? So I just think like I
He
don't
goes for
think
40 every night, if you know what I mean.
I kept talking. I kept talking to ignore him. I kept
Uh,
talking to ignore him. But since we're here, he is correct. He does go for 40. He go for 40. He didn't know that. Don't leak. But no, I think, man, I don't think me personally, I don't think him and Jalen Green is gonna last long. I don't think their
Sure.
game, I don't think their games look, I don't think their games mesh well. Because
so,
everything Jalen Green can do, D Book can do. And I think Jalen Green's taking some of them shots from D Book.
I think Dylan Brooks is the perfect player next to Devin Booker.
Yeah.
I 100% agree with you that Devin Booker to me has always been a number two, but he's a really, really, really high number two.
Yeah.
And I think you could say he was the one on that Suns team that went to the finals. He was the one in sense of like their go-to scorer, but
right.
CP3 was the one. He was the
Yeah.
alpha on that team. And so I think D Book is he's that type of player where I think he's probably in the 15 to 25 range where he's an all-star. He's borderline all NBA in a year where somebody doesn't qualify. So to me, yeah, that's just below the tier of elite. I think you got to be top 10, maybe top 15 to be elite.
You,
So I think he's really, really, really good. I think because of being on the Olympic teams, he's probably a Hall of Famer,
yeah.
but he's not elite.
Like it's always been the conversation: Ant, D Mitchell, Jalen Brown, and D Book. Right now, it's those top three guys, and then there's a gap to me. That like they all made a gap between them and D Book this season. It's them
And the
three.
crazy
Yeah.
part, the crazy part with you saying that is like Donovan Mitchell, I know in my mind like is a better player, but if you ask me who I want, I still might say Devin Booker
Nah,
just
this
because
is the first year.
he's a bigger dude.
This is the first year I'd roll with D Mitch, especially with that little
I-
carryover thing that he be doing. He
yeah.
killing
But
it.
I'm just like, man, it's so hard to build around a 6'2" guard. Like
You're right, but
that's
I
that's
I
your
mean,
that's your two guard.
yeah, I might be a little biased, but I'll probably go deep.
Whew.
But that's because he reminds me of that Dwayne Wade mold. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
okay.
That just
Mm,
attack, attack, attack. Like D
yeah,
D Wade was what, 6'3", 6'4"? Well, no, let's just say 6'4".
Hmm.
yeah.
And D Mitchell
But
is
he could play.
like
He could play. He was all defensive player
true,
though.
true, true. Yeah, but I like kind of like the way he attacks just reminds me. And I
Yeah.
mean, D Wade is my favorite player. So yeah, man. So I don't know. I would go D Mitch. I think like then I mean this ain't crazy, but I feel like D Book would thrive alongside a player like a Tyrese Halliburton.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be
Yeah.
nasty.
He
That'd
would
be
thrive.
nasty.
Them,
Like he
I still say it won't happen, but Detroit would be the perfect situation
Oh,
for him.
absolutely.
Yeah, he would thrive. He would thrive because
Hometown
again,
kid.
but that's what I'm saying. You don't have, like you said, you don't have to worry about. I think if he's the one where you have to worry about getting running the offense, you kind of take something from his game a bit.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like it was the same thing with like I'm trying to think who else is a good comparison. Um, crap, I can't think of anybody. I know it's someone, but I feel like
I
we like
mean,
oh
he's all like,
Donovan Mitchell's a great Donovan
Yeah.
Mitchell's actually a
yeah,
great
yeah,
example.
yeah,
Donovan
yeah,
Mitchell thrived like when Darius Garland was hurt and Donovan Mitchell was running the offense and had to get people involved and you know what I'm saying had to attack. It kind of not saying he can't do it, but it kind of took an element out of his game a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because he has to work, make sure people are getting their shots. Da 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 da. When James Harden comes over there, dude, I can go get 20.
Just get a bucket.
You do what you do. I can go get 20. They don't need me to be Houston James Harden, but we know James Harden can run an offense.
yeah.
And we know he can pass. You know what I'm saying? And so now like Donovan Mitchell is thriving next to James Harden. He can just go. You know what I'm saying? He can just rock out. So I feel like D Book needs somebody like that where he can just like, yo, I know you can go, but then I can just do what I do well, and that's go get a bucket.
It's crazy that in his whole career, he's only had those 3, 4 years with CP3 with the real point guard because before CP3, they had a long list. They even tried
Mm-hmm.
Ricky Rubio for like one season. They're like, wow, this really works with Ricky Rubio. And he was a mid
Mm-hmm.
point guard at that time. Finally, they
Mm-hmm.
got CP3, perfect. And then they get
Mm-hmm.
rid of CP3 for Bradley Bill. Like, what?
For no reason. Like
No
it didn't
reason.
even make
So
sense.
it was terrible. It was terrible. It was terrible. I mean, it's like, oh yeah, you gonna run an offense. When has Bradley Bill ever ran the offense?
Right.
Ever. Bradley Bill is who D Book is. Like
They
they're
just
the
they just
same
keep
player. They're the
they
same player.
Bradley Bill can't run a flex or a Princeton offense where you don't even necessarily need a point guard that's holding the ball like
Like
that.
like like
bro.
like no like
They keep
you pay a Bradley Bill, you pay a D Book to go get buckets.
This
That's what you
reminds me
pay
of
them
when
for.
Aaron Rodgers was on the Packers and they kept drafting his backup in the middle of his prime.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair,
Uh,
yeah, because you got Bradley Bill, you got Jalen Green. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's a legit different all-time level players, but decent comparison. But speaking of all-time level players, we recently had Luka and Cade get an exception for the 65 game rule. I'm not saying I'm not saying I don't like it. As you guys know, love Luka, love Cade. I'm happy that they got it approved. I just think it's a bad look. Call me crazy that the 65 game exception for extraordinary circumstances got approved so easily for Adam Silver's sake. Not for necessarily even the league, but I think Adam Silver is already viewed as this guy that's like this super buddy dude, and he needs to have a little bit more David Stern in him to where he's like, I'm not gonna stand for this. I'm not gonna let things pass. I think it would have been a better look had this decision gone to an arbiter where it's out of his hands. It's not his decision. He's basically out of it and says, hey, this can go to an arbiter and a judge can essentially say, or whoever can essentially say, I'm approving this because it removes Adam Silver from having to be the judge, the jury, the executioner. Because I think the more and more that he shows he's for these players lately, it's just he looks like he does not stand on principle and stand on business.
you know
Again,
it's a
I'm not
bad
saying
look.
I disagree with the rule,
You
and
know it's a
I'm not
bad
saying I
look.
disagree with the exception. I just think it's a bad look for Adam Silver
I'm I'm
specifically.
I'm just I'm just thinking like at the end of the day, then get rid of the rule. I think the rule is stupid. I think it's dumb. Like
Nah, nah,
it's
nah.
like get rid of the rule because here's the thing, we're not gonna escape this. We're not gonna escape it because you got two exceptions where one was a collapsed lung, and one was I'm going to see my kid come here, like come to or come to
But
work.
the thing with the Luca one is he literally just got a 16 tech to get suspended for a game. If he had played that game, he would have had 65 games. So to me, it's like, yeah, you can argue that you want to go see it because that's more than acceptable. But You literally just got suspended to have to sit out a game that kept you from playing the 65th game.
Nah, the only bad look here is the NBA fans don't know the rule book. Y'all need to know the rules. The rule specifically states if you play 62 games, this is the exception. This is the asterisk under. If you play 62 games and there is end of the season injury, then you can have an exception. The problem is y'all fans are casuals. Y'all don't be paying attention, which is cool. Don't blame my homie Adam Silver. Do not blame my homie CJ McCollum for your guys' lack of knowledge. And I love the 65 game rule because Jokic knew he needed exactly 16 games after his injury to get to 65. Did he get those 16 games? Yes. I don't believe that if that rule wasn't in place, he would have played those 16 games. He might have played another 10 to 12 and still made it. Wemby, he knew he needed to play exactly 64 games plus one because of the play-in, not the play-in tournament, but the in-season tournament. He got his 64. All these players know they have to get to the 65 games or at least 62 with the season-ending injury, and they go ahead and do it. And I am pro fans. I want to go to a game and see some stars. If not, I think these players will be playing 58, 59, 55,
Um,
or whatever it is. That's why I'm a big fan of the rule. The only issue that there was, it's literally that Cade had a season-ending injury at 61. He came back so he could get to 62, which actually means that it wasn't a season-ending injury. It's like a catch-22 here. A little confusing, but as fans, we got to know the rules. That's on y'all, is
And
what I'm
it
saying.
ain't even about knowing the rules. It's just the fact that why, to Darius's point, why have a rule if you're going to grant all these exceptions? Either have a rule or don't have a rule.
well,
Or
The,
if you
well, but,
have,
but,
or if
but,
you
the
have a rule and
exceptions
you're
are
going
in
to
the
give
rule.
into,
The
or if you have a
exceptions are
rule
in
and
the
you're going to
rule.
give into it,
oh,
if you have a rule and you're going to give into it, let a third party handle it to decide it. So it's
They
off of
did for
you.
Ant Edwards. They had a third party for Ant Edwards. He rejected
okay,
it.
so let's, we're saying like, we like the six, you guys say you like the 65 game
Love it.
rule. I'm not,
I
I'm not,
don't.
con-
I don't.
I'm not convinced of the 65 game rule
What do
yet.
y'all
It's
want
not.
then?
It's
You want to
not.
But
go
It's
it,
not
back to the
helping.
50 games?
It's not.
but
It's not
hold,
helping.
It
hold
is
on,
Just
hold
let
on.
the
helping.
media
You
decide
think
on what they
Jokic
want to
didn't play
do.
65 games for no reason? You think
But here's
Wemby
the
played 64 for no reason?
here's the thing. I get that where it's pretty much like, hey, like I know I got to hit this threshold, but it is like, okay, well now you're opening up a larger risk of something happening to the players to where they're gonna be out even longer. So I would much rather you just take the time off, like play the 58 games, whatever. Like if come playoff time you ready to go, I just feel like if I'm on your team and you're coming back to hit the 65 game mark and then something else happened, I'll be pissed. Like, bro, like just freaking sit out. Like why
Like it
take the
happened to
risk?
Luca.
Like just take it off. So I just feel like the rule, I understand the intent, and I hate saying it, but I can agree with the intent. I just don't know if it's what I'm saying. I just think like it can end up being more harmful than helpful. But on top of that, it's just like I don't think it's a bad look because I'm just like, yo, this was the only two exceptions we've heard of so far. Where it's like, one was for birth of his kid, the other one for a collapsed lung. I think for Ant, it was just was it? I don't think it was season
he he
ending.
just
He
he just
had he
kept getting
had he
injured.
had like a staph infection like earlier that he tried to say was like the reason he should
He
get an
got
exception.
he got multiple injuries in the season and a staff. He just got injured too much, pretty much.
Yeah, so he got injured. So okay, so it's now like, okay, well, he's playing now. Okay, cool. Do we got to worry about him like not being healthy, him going down again? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I
I
just
just,
I just feel like with the rule is, we can pick it apart, good and bad, helpful, hurtful. I'm not 100% sold on it. I think the exception that you gave, I'm cool with it because again, these are two major exceptions. You can't promote NBA being good fathers if you don't let the guy go see the birth of his kid. You can't promote that. Like you. I feel like that'd be a worse look. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? Than
if
getting the
if it
exception.
were a black father, they'd be like unnecessary.
and hey, we know Anthony Edwards probably had a kid at some point this year. He should have filed away for that.
He never using that excuse. Never. He ain't missing no games.
I tell you
Hey,
something.
send the video. Send the video.
Lord, oh Lord. That,
Hey, I hope Anthony Edwards, man. I hope he ain't for the sake. I hope he ain't knocked up nobody else. I hope he
Send
ain't create.
send the
I hope
video.
he ain't created another broken home. Him,
Zion will
him.
say he's going to the birth and miss the birth too.
So I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think it was a bad look. I don't think it was a bad look. I think those two exceptions made the most sense. I think if you're
Oh,
gonna have an exception, though, I think if you're gonna have an exception to a rule, I think those are viable exceptions.
facts.
I just think at the end of the day, Adam Silver, he could do more to prove that he has a
You
little
want
bit more David
you
Stern
want
in
them to
him
go back to
at
the
the end of the
slave
day.
plantation days like David Stern.
I don't. I really don't. I think Adam Silver for the first 10, like 8 to 10 years of his run as a commissioner did a great job. I
Okay.
think you look at the All-Star game and how that changes every year, and you look at, I mean, the in-season tournament has been somewhat of a success, but you look at the play-in, it's hit or miss, and it was good this year, but I feel like that, like there's just so many things that it's the essence of let's just play basketball has been lost to a degree, and I feel like
Mm,
I get it. At the end of the day, the NBA is a business, but I feel like he's always looking at it from the sense of like, what can I do? What can I change to make it more entertaining when the game itself is the entertainment?
Fair.
And so I just think even with the 65 game rule, it's just like at the end of the day, let the media decide if they want to vote for somebody that played less than 65 games, let it be on them. If they don't, if they do, then they do. So
yeah, I
that's
mean,
more what I say about it.
yeah, I think you're trying to control it too much. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to control it too much. I think like, and I mean, I still can't figure out why players in the 90s and early 2000s were able to play more games than players now. Like, what has changed? You know what I'm saying? Like, what I know the athletes are bigger, stronger, faster. You know what I'm saying? Trainer regimens are crazier. But you would think with the evolution of the athlete, it's almost like the evolution of the athlete, the durability has dropped. So I would really want to know like what has happened. I don't know. It probably has something to do with probably like grassroots basketball of
Yeah.
AU. By the time these guys do
That
get to the league, they just got too many miles on their body. You 18 got the knees of a 50-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Like that may have a
That,
lot
but
to
it's also you think about load management, it's all preventative. It wasn't even an
right.
actual injury. So with Kawhi, a lot of times it wasn't even he was already injured. So a lot of those times, those guys in probably the 90s and early 2000s just played through the stuff that guys would today would sit for. So it's not
Mm,
even much about like guys getting injured more. It's just the little nicks and knacks, and the Spurs kind of started that with seeing, hey, if we sit these guys for a certain amount of games, it benefits them over the long haul. And then I think everybody kind of adopted that, and then it just got out of hand.
yeah,
But yeah, grassroots I think plays a big part too. I mean, in
yeah,
lots of sports, and specializing too early and playing one sport all the way
yeah.
from 8 to 27,
Gotta
30
get
plus.
gotta get these kids in multiple sports, man. Like, buddy, you're sixth grade. You're not going to the league right now. Like,
Yeah,
go play some soccer. Go play some badminton for real quick. Go fight. Get some
pickleball,
hand-eye, yeah,
pickleball.
pickleball, some boxing, some hand-eye coordination going. Who knows, man?
Well, well, let's go ahead and move this thing over to make them say, huh? So we got an interesting one this week, and I'll paint the picture, but ultimately there is a war in Uganda, and it is not a civil war between people. It is a civil war between chimpanzees. And I kid you not.
What?
So in 2015, there was a research professor from UT Austin and another research professor from University of Michigan started studying these two sects of chimpanzees. Sex is an SECTS. So they're
Like
the
gangs?
Western chimps and the Central chimps. And these chimpanzees had lived together in harmony for basically 20 plus years. They lived kind of separately, but then they would live in harmony where they never messed with each other, nothing. Research, I guess, that they went back to find, they said about every 500 years, these civil wars between chimpanzees happen. But it got to the point where they were the Western chimpanzees are the more violent ones, but they cornered a chimpanzee from the central sect and essentially
Yeah,
jumped him and killed him. They done things like killing babies from the other sex. They've
Huh?
one adult per year and two babies per year from each sect
His
at
his name
least
his
have been
name
killed over
his name was
couple
Errol.
years.
His name was
Yeah.
Errol.
So I say make him
Like
say
Errol
huh because
Spence.
you would just think this is out of left field. It's kind of the more I first saw the headline and I kind of laughed, but the more I read it, I'm like, this is kind of sad actually.
You telling
But
me they got the Crips and Bloods? Where's this at?
exactly, it's in
Yeah,
Uganda,
dude.
in Uganda. So
Ah,
it just to me it just shows chimpanzees are our closest relative, not us as black people. I mean us as humans.
whoa.
I'm just saying. I'm not trying to put any misnomers out there. I'm saying us as humans,
What turn
chimpanzees are our
what
closest
turn is
relatives.
what turn did
So,
this take?
but it just kind of it just shows at the end of the day, our nature is to basically be tribal.
Yeah, our nature, humanity's nature.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's oh, man.
You know what I meant. I was trying to clarify that I'm not saying our closest relatives.
He said humanity's nature. I'm like,
I guess I'm
No.
not as
As a kid, as a father of a son who's been called that multiple times at school, I'm just putting it out there that yeah, I'm not trying to draw any
don't worry, you're not gonna
comparisons
get
between
canceled. I'm not as worried about the damage that's being done. I'm more so worried about choosing the right side. If there's ever gonna be like a fight or a war breaking out amongst the animals, I need to do my research to see whose side I'm on. Because I'm trying to survive. If there's an apocalypse, if I need to act like a zombie, like I'm with it.
no,
I got no allegiance to none of these. If I got to be a Central or a Western chimp, like I'm about it. I'm just trying to fit
yo,
in.
yo, these Western chimps like, hey, where you from, homie? Like,
they legit said the
where your grandma stay, where your
where your
auntie
mama
stay,
stay
where
and where
your
your daddy
mama stay,
stay.
and where your daddy stay.
But
So
they legit said that there was a group of male chimpanzees from the Western sect that would roam their area to make sure nobody else was crossing into trying to basically break into their borders. But then they're pushing more and more east to try to take over this land it's like a drug gang.
It's like a territory fight. Like they're fighting
Yeah,
over
yeah,
so
territory.
legit over territory.
so the thing is, like, I don't know if you actually, and this, I nerded out for a bit. Like, I don't know if you actually look at documentaries of chimps and stuff.
Uh-huh.
They're like, it's unsettling. Like, they're some of the most unpredictable animals, and they're strong.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, they'll tear you up.
they like stat. You know what I'm saying? And they're some of the most unpredictable animals. So even with like in zoos, like zookeepers kind of gotta be on point. You know what I'm saying? Because like chimps, you know what I'm saying, they be watching. Like I remember this story where it's like, and again, just kind of show you how kind of like sadistic they can be. I remember the story of the zookeeper was feeding this one chimp, and they noticed that she had feed and everything, but they noticed that she went to go, I think, go get the plate or whatever, the one chip, and realized that the plate was far back. And so she caught herself maybe
Oh
attempting to
no.
reach her arm in there.
Oh no.
And just in the nick of time, somebody, yo, 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 we don't do that. And she said, why? They said, look under there. And she looked under there, and that chimp was sitting back, watching her and smiling,
Waiting to
pretty
get
much,
her.
pretty much saying, I, oh, was going to rip it off. It was coming with me.
Oh
Like
no.
they're sadistic. Like chimpanzees, low key, are like psychopaths, bro. Like you see all these movies, Planet of the Apes. You know what I'm saying? War of the Apes. Like you see the most recent movie of the chimp that goes psycho. These chimps, brother, they are gangs for real. They don't care about nothing.
I think I'd rather get like caught up by like a mountain lion who's gonna bite me in my neck and finish me than like a
Yeah,
chimp who's gonna rip me apart like limb by
yo,
limb. If
yo,
there's a way to go, that's just what I'm saying.
bro, they'll take their time. They'll take their time, bro. They'll take their time. They want it to hurt.
Y'all know
They'll
that
take
Simps
this.
you know the Simpsons meme where Homer like goes back in the bush and comes out with like a
Yeah,
different shirt.
yeah, yeah.
Keep me updated on the war because I'm gonna be going back in that bush and
If
switching to put it
they,
on whatever shirt.
if that war ever goes transatlantic, what you're saying is you
I
What's
need to.
side?
Do I need to put the Western or the Central shirt on?
It sound like it's West Coast all day.
Look, they said research suggests some chimpanzees display behaviors resembling human psychopathy.
That's
Like they literally like just think about like I mean we don't even think about animals to be that smart, but to think about an animal going, hey, I know you need my tray. I'm just gonna pull it back some so you actually have to reach your arm in it and you can't see me. Because I know once you reach out far enough, once I got you, there's nothing you can do.
that made me want to
There's
throw up,
nothing you
man.
can do.
No, no.
Yo, chimps are they are some. 'Cause I mean they practice all that cannibalism. You know what I'm saying? Like if it got to go down and you there and we got to eat,
Chimp
you
chimp stew.
right you've had a good run, my friend. You've had a good run. We gonna jump you and we making chicken. Like we don't, bro.
It's
They
just it's
they're
wild though, because I
terrifying.
mean, I think I've thought of maybe like lions being territorial. I've never thought of chimpanzees being territorial to
Nope.
that
Yo,
degree that they're will because you don't really think about animals going to kill their own other than humans. You think about it being like there's the hunter and the hunted. And yeah, if there's nobody else left on Earth and your food, I don't care if I'm a cheetah and you're a cheetah, your food. But
Right.
when there's
Facts.
other options out there and I'm just killing you just to kill you or for territory, that's legit some LA gangs, some triads, some
yeah, bro.
Russian mafia, some Italian mob
Bro,
stuff.
bro, they make them look like Girl Scouts.
Yeah.
Chimps make them look like Girl Scouts, brother.
They probably be looking at us talking, hear Trump talking about building a wall. They be like, "Nah, y'all got problems."
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Y'all heard what they're
Build
doing
a
over there in America?
build a wall.
We
All
would
right.
never.
We would never. We just jump over the wall. You know what I'm saying? Like chimps are, man. Chimps are, as fascinating as they are some of the animals that they terrify me, brother.
Yeah.
They terrify me.
Say, don't call me El Chapo, call me El Guapo.
Bruh, chimps don't care, bro. Like I said,
It's
they
wild.
strong too. But yeah, I got to watch this video, man, because they jumped them. Yeah, and they go around killing babies, probably just eating them,
They
doing
ripped they
all
ripped they
types of.
ripped another chimpanzee's testicles off. So that lets you know like
Okay,
Oh
it's
yeah,
y'all.
it's
I'm
very
they
looking.
go.
intentional. It's super like
Oh,
pointed and intentional what they do to each other.
oh.
Yeah, they go for the face. They go for the face and testicles.
Yeah, it's wild. Well, let's go ahead and before we end up having nightmares tonight, go ahead and
Get
slide
back
over
to
to
basketball.
who put you on notice. So I'm gonna go first with this one. They're down 7 to the Spurs right now, but I'm gonna go with Tiago Splitter. And yes, that is a lot because they're a 7 seed and they were supposed to be coming into the year. We were told, hey, the Blazers are not tanking. They're trying to win games this year, but it's kind of like, all right, we'll see. But the thing that we forget, their coach was indicted for gambling 2 games into the season. It still lists Tiago Splitter as acting head coach, and he may be only acting until the end of the year because, according to the records, Tom Dundon ain't out here trying to pay nobody. But
Right.
he puts me on notice because this man has coached this team to a 7 seed, despite, I repeat, their coach being indicted for gambling 2 games into the season. So that's my put you on notice is Tiago Splitter.
I'll put you on notice is CJ McCollum. It's funny because Marcus said something like he never made an All-Star, and I was like, what?
It's
Like
crazy.
no, he made an All-Star. Like no, he had to, right? Like, and I'm looking for, I'm like, I don't think he's made an All-Star. And I'm like, how? How has he not made an All-Star? I know Marcus' favorite player, Kyle Lowry, made one. He
Stop
made
it.
a
Made
couple.
five. He's made five. Dang it. Kyle
Hall
Lowry
of
made
Fame,
five
Hall of
All
you
Stars.
forgot Hall of Famer Kyle Lowry.
Possibly borderline. Doesn't deserve
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Mister
He got a gold medal. He got
for
five
what?
All
For sitting on the
Stars.
bench?
yeah.
How many? How
His
many games?
his gold medal is golder than your medal.
How many
Hey,
games in the playoffs he got? He got zero so many times in the playoffs. The coach had to make a post game announcement talking about he impacted the game in other ways. Lord have mercy.
hey, hey,
And he's gonna be
hey,
making that Hall of Fame speech, and you gonna do nothing about
hey,
it.
hey, hey. He's perfected when you in a group project. And you know what I'm saying? Like,
Bro,
Everybody get an A, baby.
last week on game one, they had the nerve to put Kyle Lowry on the jumbotron shooting practice shots. What's he practicing for? The YMCA after? You gotta be
But
kidding me,
but
It's
dude,
still the funniest part is that I will always think of when my son Rain told you that you play like Kyle Lowry.
bro.
yeah,
Almost had a heart attack.
yo, I at that point, man, he a spirit animal.
I almost went chimpanzee
He
on. I almost went
he
chimpanzee on his son that day.
he
I
found
was
he found
pissed.
he saw the target. He saw the target. Said bullseye.
Yeah, man. That's how
I loaded.
I knew he was Mike's
I,
offspring then.
I unloaded the clip. But no, I mean, he put me on notice, man. Get 32, to secure the win. He almost tricked that game off, but he didn't. I respect it, man. So I don't know. I feel like he kind of had like a period in his career where he kind of faded into obscurity. So like so it's nice to see that he still can hoop with the best of them. You know what I'm saying? And still can come in clutch and get deliver when his team needs him to. So yeah,
New Orleans and Washington will do that to you as far as obscurity. So,
that
Facts.
brother
Yeah,
been ready to hoop.
yeah. Someone else has been ready to hoop. I put you on notice is Denny Ad D Avdia. I used to know his name, bro. This is one of my favorite players, man. He even talked about on his he put us on notice because he was
wait. I thought you were gonna get the name right.
Advia.
You were like halfway there, and then it said boom, boom, boom. It
I
just started
I think it's
whooping the dog out of you.
Advia. The usually when I say the name
Obvia.
Avdia, I'm usually
Obvia.
not looking at it because I just know it. But my first put you on notice with
Boy,
them
that
is
boy sound like a kid that was hooked on phonics.
He sounded like you was sneezing. You said Denny odd
That boy sound,
I've
that brother had a
uh,
stroke in the middle of that name.
gosh dang it.
Sound like a that boy sound like a
Whew.
stuttering
Hey,
slow kid.
I
I
would
thought he
say
had
don't.
speech. I thought he had speech impediment.
I would say don't say nobody's name. You can't say, but you be mute at this point.
Brother,
That's messed up.
he's a boy.
Denny.
Sound like you about to drop the greatest tagline to a mixtape. DJ drama.
Dang,
Back,
son, where'd you find this?
back to what I was saying.
You
Trapaholics.
Lord have mercy. Denny has had himself a week. About a week and a half ago, he got the Clippers out the freaking playoffs. And he dropped 40 and 10 in that playing game. And then he hopped on a pod and he reminded all of us sad Bulls
no,
fans that the Bulls were supposed to take him fourth pick in 2020. And instead they took Patrick Williams. He
F
reminded us.
you. So hold on, real time segue. F you, Chicago Bulls.
Yeah.
F you for all the hurt and anguish you've given us fans.
Yep.
I hope Arturo never gets another job, and I hope Mark Everly's never gets another job in this league again.
I agree. I
After
second all
both of
that.
y'all. After both of y'all.
I second all that. And in Denny's first playoff game ever, he dropped 30, 10, and 5 on the Spurs. They lost, losing effort, but he shot well.
Bulls, F y'all
Lord
again.
have mercy.
Because he dropped 30 and 10. That's what we could have had in Chicago. F y'all again.
Y'all would have like the Knicks. Some teams just ain't built for freedom.
They aren't. But
Pooh Shiesty the lead.
shout out to him. Shout out to the Blazers. As cheap as their owner is, they can't afford none of these WNBA players. Shout out to my boy Ron. We're gonna get into it next week about the WNBA players and these salaries that they deserve, quote unquote. We'll
Brother,
get into it.
I hope you have a daughter and she wants to play basketball. That way I can tell her daddy don't believe in her.
I'm gonna push it to Olympic volleyball or something.
I'm gonna tell her daddy.
Something that people are gonna pay attention to.
I
I'm gonna tell her.
mean, their salaries are based off revenue generation. I'll say that. We'll leave it there.
They putting the NBA in debt. I'll just say that. We'll get back into it.
We will, because most owners aren't making money year over year, anyways. If you're trying to win, so we can argue that one all day. But let's go ahead and move it over to Stuck on a Boat. Hopefully, Marcus doesn't have any names in here that he can't pronounce. But we're gonna give our MVP picks 1 through 3. We're just gonna name them off, and then we're gonna slide into our draft. Our draft this week is who needs a ring the most for their to cement their legacy.
Mhm.
But we're gonna go with our MVP picks first. I'll start it off. Uh, MVP finisher MVP. Who should win it? I think Shea is going to go back to back. I think he should go back to back. I think finishing second should be Wemby, and I know Jokic was the third finalist, but I'm gonna say Luka should have finished third.
Is it me?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna go the same way. Shea, Wemby, and Luca. Like, I think I want to say Joker, but I just think like you can't deny the season that Shea had. Like he's clearly the MVP. So,
Yeah, I'll give it to him. The wins plus the consistency plus the
yep,
clutch. Shea,
that's
And
it.
the efficiency.
efficiency. The only thing I'll switch is I'd probably have a Joker second. And Wimby, it'll be him next year, but I'll go Wimby third.
That's fair.
The crazy stat I heard was Shea's the first person to average 30 points and shoot besides MJ to average 30 points and shoot 55% from the field,
It's
Yeah.
which
stupid.
is
His
as a
efficient is
guard,
stupid.
as a guard, not as like
As a
that's
right.
insane efficiency of a guard for
Hmm.
sure. Well, fellas, let's go ahead and move into the draft. So again, our draft topic tonight is who needs a ring the most for their legacy. The draft order tonight is going to be me first. Marcus, you're sandwiched in the middle.
Cool.
Darius
Boy,
third.
That's
I don't
right.
like just Marcus. You second. You sandwich in the middle. What?
He could have
What
picked a
you
better choice
on?
of words.
What you on, bro? You sandwich in the middle.
I thought you were gonna let it slide. But Marcus, you're
Nah,
picking second,
definitely
okay?
not.
Darius, you're
Jesus.
picking third, and you're gonna have a snake to back to us. So my first pick, there could be some disagreement here, but I feel like it should be bulletproof that James Harden could use a ring the
Okay.
most for his legacy.
Yeah, he was one of two for me. I didn't know which direction we were gonna go.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I mean, that's a good pick. I'm gonna go with the guy I think is the number one option that needs it the most, rather than James Harden, the number two option. I'm gonna go with Jokic, simply because everyone's got a ring now from the superstars, Shea, Tatum, all those dudes. It's almost like who's the first to two rings. So let's go with Jokic.
Yeah,
Okay. I'm gonna go
very.
PG. I'm gonna go
Whoo, that
PG
was out of left field.
to
PG.
kind
That
of
was I didn't have
to
him on my list.
yeah to submit his legacy. I think yeah. I think a ring would definitely. You know what I'm saying? I think he's probably gonna go down as a Hall of Fame player. Like his
Yeah,
game is what his game is a game like a lot of these wings right now modeling their game after. But I think
Hmm.
that ring will cement it. And then I'm gonna go Donovan Mitchell, man. I'm gonna go with James Harden's backcourt mate. I think him getting that ring, getting over the hump will cement his legacy too.
Okay.
okay.
I don't believe, like, again, these are not people that we believe are going to win the championship, but whose legacy would change the
Yeah,
most.
Yeah,
KD's won two. I think a third would do more for him than the rest of these guys, because it would
yeah,
cement him as a past or better than Curry. So
yeah.
Jokic, and now I got KD.
yep. That was my next up pick. I'm gonna go Luca just because he doesn't have the MVPs yet. He needs a ring to at least have a chance to keep up with Shea legacy wise. And I feel like same draft class, he's competing with him very heavily. So I'm gonna go Luca. And my next one is gonna be a little bit different than the direction y'all might think I'm gonna go, but I'm saying Wemby, and
Whoo,
it's
took it.
because
God dang.
him winning a ring this early cements his legacy earlier than a lot of people would have thought. And he's not bulletproof the rest of his career, but it helps him early on start to build his legacy faster than any other player in history. So I think that just gives him an easier path towards being the GOAT if he wins this year.
Nah, I mean, you're on to something. I will.
Yeah.
Okay. Dang, this next one was tough. This is tough. I am gonna have to go Ant Edwards on this one.
That
And
was gonna be
this
my pick.
this is tough only because I think everyone agrees that Ant is maybe the sixth best player in the NBA. And with Tatum back, maybe the seventh, sixth or seventh. I think a ring would put him above Tatum and JB solidly if he's solely that championship guy on the Wolves. Like he's the guy on the Wolves, and he needs that championship. So
Okay. Hmm. I'm gonna go off the I'm gonna go off the unbeaten path a little bit and say that this guy again, I don't think he would. I don't think he would be. He's still kind of at the beginning of his career, so I don't think him not winning the ring this early would hurt him. But I think it would kind of be like a Wemby situation where it would help cement him. I'm gonna go Cade Cunningham.
cool.
I think him getting the ring will definitely cement him. And then I want to say this one, but it's not a player, it's a team. And y'all can guess who I'm thinking.
Who?
The Knicks.
Bro.
Put them as a player.
Please
Put them as a
just take the
player.
whole team now for
Like
real.
the whole team. I just think like I mean like we were just talking about earlier, but here like JB, um, Cat, like I think they need a ring. They need a ring to just like make this time in New York worth it. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, like we've seen them what? We've seen them go to was it the Eastern Conference Finals? So they lost to was
Yeah,
it
and then
Indiana?
Yeah,
and then
Indiana.
fired
Yeah.
Thibs.
And then they fired Tibbs. So I'm just thinking like they like any like I would say especially JB and Cat. Like this would cement their legacy heavily to win a. So we gonna say I would say JB for the draft purposes,
Right,
but
right, right.
asterisk with the Knicks as a whole.
Okay, for sure. That makes my last pick easy. My last pick, the one player that don't get no respect from nobody, bums. Rudy Gobert needs this ring, bro. Draymond can't pick on him no more if he gets the ring, bro. It's Rudy for sure.
My last pick, I got a few names. I could say LeBron, but I feel like him winning a fifth ring as the third dude doesn't really do a whole lot for his legacy.
Yeah,
Nah, it's still just him and
Um,
Jordan pretty much. So
I feel like
yeah,
I feel
it's
like
like
I feel like Shea is could use another ring, but I feel like it's still early. I feel like Devin Booker, it's not happening.
why even bring it up? Not even
It's not
no.
even it's not even happening. This one I don't think is gonna happen either. But Marcus, you will love this one because I feel like he's borderline Hall of Fame right now. I feel like if he gets a second ring, there's no way you can say he's not a Hall of Famer, and that's Drew Holiday.
yeah.
So I'm going Drew Holiday. I think he's a Hall of Famer.
You
He's
said
probably
two.
a Hall of
This
Famer.
would be his third, bro. Don't do that to
Oh,
Drew.
Bucks,
Yeah,
Bucks, Bucks. Sorry, my
this be
bad.
a
Yeah.
third.
Bucks,
So three. So
Celtics.
Bucks. So
No,
Bucks.
that's
Yeah.
what that's
Yeah.
I thought about Drew and I'm like, Drew's legacy is good. He's cemented.
He would be like all time glue guy if he
Yeah,
if they
he's cemented.
if somehow now or in 2 3 years he'd be all time like it'd be a
I
different conversation of glue
I
guy.
just I just think he goes from like second, third ballot Hall of Famer to like he's a first ballot Hall of Famer if he
so
gets
Facts,
another ring.
I will say my honorable mention is Joel Embiid.
We knew
bro.
you was gonna get
He got to get on
we
the
not even we
court,
not we
bro.
not even gonna honor your honorable mention.
Right, he got to get on the court, bro.
It's a good
True,
pick. It's a
but
good
he's my
pick, but
honorable mention.
we're not even
But
gonna honor
but
your honorable
if
mention.
I mean I had to pick either him or PG, and I'm like PG's actually hooping and PG's contributing to their team.
You always have one name I don't have on my list at all.
Who me?
Yeah.
Hey man, you gotta think. I already knew you guys were going for the Lukas and the Jokers and
Yeah.
stuff. I got to go to all the
I,
untraveled path.
I didn't know who to choose between
Sometimes the road
Tatum.
less traveled is the road less traveled for a reason.
Yeah,
No one
yeah.
no
No,
one
but,
chose
but
Tatum
like
and
like not
KD.
like no. I mean, I don't feel like they're. I think they'll win another ring, but I don't think their legacy would be hurt
No,
because they
nothing
were getting
changes.
no, because they were getting knocked for like they people trying to break them up 'cause, like it hasn't worked. It's like these guys haven't hit their prime yet. Like relax.
Yeah, I
Like
don't think they
they've
changed
won the
tiers or
ring. Like
anything.
they're fine. Like they're cemented. They're good. I feel like
Three
guys to me that are cemented like JB and JT. Luke. Well, no, not Luca. Shea. KD, Braun. Like those are guys. I'm like I'm not gonna say I don't think having a ring is gonna really
I think it like
It
propel
puts you in a
their.
different conversation if you
like
add
so
to that count,
Yeah,
though.
it puts you in a
two
different conversation. But we're talking like whose legacy. would it
Right.
Yeah,
kind of
and
like
that's and the
change?
legacy changes a lot with going from 2 to 3
Yeah.
rings to 3 or 4 rings.
Well,
Like
I would say
Katie's
like
legacy changes a lot with a third ring without the Warriors.
Well, yeah, true. Cause yeah, they won't be able to say anything about the Warriors.
probably like Tatum and Jalen Brown. Two doesn't move me, but if they got to like three
Yeah,
would be
Yeah.
like a crazy difference between two to me. Like a
No,
bigger
true,
gap
true.
between 2 and 3 than 1 to 2. Like 1 to 2,
Yeah,
cool, cool,
true.
cool. Three, all right. We talking about dang
Yeah.
near dynasties here and like yeah, all time duo type thing.
Oh
yeah,
yeah. I mean, I think they're still like top what to at least to me top two or three like duo in the league right now.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Like I don't have many duos that's better than them two right
I don't
Not with
know.
the way Tatum's looking. He's not all the way back, but he's
now. But
looking
I
close.
mean, that's what I'm saying. But think about it. He ain't all the way back, and you just like, oh crap. Like
Yeah,
if he's doing this and he's not all the way back, when he gets all the way back, and then JB has taken another step up. He like JB has shown that he can carry a team.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
This
So
yeah.
I,
The
I
opening possession of that game, they ran a play where uh, Tatum set a screen for to isolate JB at the top. JB got the ball and they doubled off of Tatum to let Tatum and then Tatum got it back for a three. I'm like, if you're doubling JB off of Tatum, that just shows you what type of player. I know he's not all the way back, but that just shows you what type of player Jalen Brown's become.
he's
oh yeah.
amazing. He's amazing to
And
me for sure.
and let me tell you something. It goes back to what I've always said. The gap between those two ain't far off, brother. And I love both of them, but the gap between those two ain't far off.
This whole pod is so close yet so far because I'm like JB has got it, Mike is like Tatum has got it, and you like they the same. It's
Yeah,
marginal, but we're all different. Tell
Yeah,
you,
it's but that said, like that's how good they are. Where again, Tatum's game is the more attractive game. You know what I'm saying? It. I know people like, well, Tatum has a higher ceiling, but then you look at Jalen Brown. It's like, I mean, Jalen Brown's tapping into something that people didn't know he could tap into. Like nobody, like what was it 2 years ago? They were talking about the left hand, like he couldn't dribble with the left hand.
hmm
He's showing that I can do enough. Come out here if you want to. He's showing. Come out here if you want to. So that's what man. That's what I'm saying. Those two guys. Oh
hey, Scoot Henderson had himself a night. The Blazers just wrapped up beating the Spurs. I know Wemby
the
wasn't.
Blazers won. They came back and
yeah.
won.
Came baback and won. Yep.
Oh crap!
Yo, I'm glad Scoot's kind of taking on. I know it took him a little bit to kind of get his footing in the league, man. But I feel like he's becoming a player. Because remember, I was hyping up Scoot. I'm like, man, y'all gotta check out this kid.
We all were shamefully.
Yeah.
No, like I was hyping him up. I didn't give up on him, but I was like, man, I think he just has a lot.
I
The
did. I
learning
couldn't
curve.
take it no more. I
I
couldn't
think he
take
just
it.
it was just a learning curve, bro. But I think he got. I mean, honestly, how much you want to bet he learned from Drew right there? He's literally the
There you
carb.
go.
He's the Drew prototype,
All credit to Drew. No credit to Scoop.
which is
I'm with
funny
that.
because I saw a short. They were bigging up Drew, and I almost sent it to him because I figure I don't know if y'all both wear the same type of knee pads, but I figure you're both
Stop. Lord have mercy.
Well,
We need to end the pod.
with that, I got a 3 a.m. alarm set. So let's go ahead and call out our picks and end the pod. So I got for the draft again, ring legacy. James Harden was my first pick, Luka second, Wemby third, Drew Holiday
What's that?
fourth.
PG mention.
Yeah. I have Jokic, KD, Ant, and Rudy Gobert.
I had PG, K, Donovan Mitchell, and JB.
You know you can write your picks down, right?
Brother, ain't nobody got time to be getting paper and pen. Nobody got time for all that.
Yeah.
Well, as always, it's another episode of the Banana Boat Crew coming at you 421. We'll have this thing posted tomorrow. But again, like, rate, subscribe, review. Let us know how you think about the pod. And with that, as
Peace.
always, float on.
Peace.